is now time for the Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, all you wonderful money masters and treasure hunters out there. Welcome to the Trader's Edge. I'm your host, Steve Rhodes, and thanks so much for joining me, folks. I absolutely treasure your presence here today, and my outcome is to help you to become a better money master. Now, our phone number is 877-927-6648. You can always give us a call, folks. We'd love to hear from you. I promise today to inspire you and to help you lay the groundwork to lead an inspired life. Because for me, and I hope for you too, folks, leading an inspired life is really what it's all about. Now, I want to talk just a few minutes about maybe what I consider to be some of the best advice that I gave my kids. Why do I want to talk about that? Because I was on the phone with a couple of my kids last night till about, it seemed like midnight, which is pretty late for me. My bedtime is like 9-ish, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, 10 o'clock, that might be pushing it out there. And I was helping one of my daughters with some homework. She is going to put in a summer semester up at the University of Florida. So thought about it this morning. What's some of the best advice that I ever gave my kids? Thought that I would share this with you. Maybe you might want to write this down. Maybe you'll consider some or all of it really good advice, for your kids out there. Because that's, I talk about wanting to be able to lead an inspired life. Isn't it really for us to be able to do that for the others that are in our life? And so I consider some of the best advice I gave my kids to be this. I said, basically, and write it down, folks. It's kind of like people on holidays. People will send I know I'm kind of moving around here, but people will send flowers. Well, folks, it's the words that have meaning. Flowers just tell you that you remembered the occasion. It's really the words behind it. So maybe you want to actually, write these things down. I do this for my kids. Every time they go off and do something, I sit down for probably a couple of days and write a fairly decent-sized letter, meaning, maybe a couple of pages, just some way to be able to help them to learn from my experiences, right? Because the easiest way to be able to get to someplace faster is to use somebody's experience. And that's what us guys, it usually takes us a while to figure that out because, when we're driving around, we think we know where we're going, and then usually we have to ask, directions. Now, of course, I'm probably more speaking for myself than I am for you, but what I told my kids is the following. You must make the personal investment for the present, folks, to get ready for the future. So think about it. You've got to make the personal investment for the present to get ready for the future. And the personal investment I'm talking about is the personal investment in education, the personal investment in discipline. Boy, that's a big thing. That's one of those things that we certainly use each and every day here. In our trading or investing vernacular. So you've got to make an investment in education and personal development, in discipline, your personal investment in discovery. How about discovery? How about just simply taking some time out each day and writing down what is it you can discover about, your day? What did you write down about yesterday that worked out well or didn't work out well? Because if you miss the experiences, folks, how is it that you're going to be able to really benefit from it? So it's about that personal investment in discovery. And part of that discovery means breaking those boundaries. You only know what you know. There's so much more on the outside of those boundaries, so don't stay inside those lines. Make them bigger and bigger and wider. So that's part of discovery. And then that personal investment, folks, in becoming a good parent. And that's always a good thing to be able to share with your kids. I don't know about you, but I certainly didn't go to Parent 101, not even Parent 201. So we'll just kind of learn as you go, and there is no better way. Today, in today's world, the communications that we have with I think that we have with our kids so much different than our parents had with ourselves. So it's important to really talk to our kids, in my opinion, about becoming a good parent and what that is all about. Sometimes when you talk to them about becoming a good parent, you get a little slack cut on yourself because, a lot of times what I found is that kids or people, what they'll do is they will hold against you, that they will stop moving forward because of something that they interpreted when they were ages 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or what have you. So they totally misinterpreted what it was that you said. That's why words are so important out there, and do it in those early years, folks. That's what I tell them. Do it in the early years so that you can put yourself in the position of being entrusted with larger treasures, with larger fortunes, with larger groups of people, with larger amounts of equity, because that's what it's all about. If you're saying to yourself, I'm going to start investing when I make X number of dollars, when you make X number of dollars and you have larger dollars, you're going to get more conservative, you're going to get more concerned. That's just simply the pattern that is out there, folks. So each of you listening out there, what I want you to know is that you are absolutely my largest treasure, and I do treasure your presence here today. Now, let's go make a fortune together, and for the next couple of hours, I promise you, you'll be underneath my care, guidance, and protection. So give me a call, folks, 877-927-6648. Let's tool around these markets, see what it is that we have going on this morning. Relatively flat out there. You got the Dow futures down maybe about 7 points. ES Mini up 50 cents. NASDAQ futures up 1.5. Russell 2000. In fact, that's what I have up on my screen here right now is the Russell 2000. You can always watch this show on Tiger TV if you're listening on the radio. I absolutely appreciate you doing that. You can catch the archive of this show on Channel 9. You'll be able to take a look at my screen. And so let's take a look at the Russell 2000. Let's get rid of a couple of lines. We can always draw these patterns back in here. And one of the things that I've taken a look at here on the Russell 2000, folks, is just simply coming off of just drawing a trend line, just really trying to understand what is the trend. You say the trend is your friend. What is the market actually doing? And sometimes, even if you're just new to taking a look at charting analysis, there are certain trends that you can be able to draw, certain lines that you can draw, a little bit of creative artwork out there. And if you just simply come off of the low from June 4th, the low on the Russell 2000 futures got down to 728.50. And you're just really connecting the dots. You know, and connecting the dots here, what I've done is I've just simply put my next dot at the low that came in on June the 14th. That was out there at 745.10. So just really drawing a diagonal line. You know, the market was moving up then, and that area got pierced, folks. That area was pierced 2 trading sessions ago on Monday, June 25th. Guess it's, 2 trading sessions ago. It's the way that I take a look at it. And what you can see yesterday, and I don't know how these work. I just know that you draw these lines in here because they help you to understand what the market is doing, where it's going, what it's trying to do. Yesterday, you can see the Russell 2000 futures trying to get back inside that trend line. And where did it actually stop at the close? Yesterday it closed out at 761.90. You know, if you're watching us on Tiger TV, and I had this trend line drawn in there, folks, from days ago. So it's not like I just drew this line here to make that happen. I just said, well, what am I going to talk about this morning? You know, with the futures being relatively flat. And, you know, once I stop talking about my kids or giving you what I think is inspiring language or inspiring thought, inspiring action that you can pass on to your children. Then what was the next thing I was going to talk? I said, well, let's take a look at the futures as we do. Let's take a look at the daily futures out there. And as we're doing that, folks, what you can see is what you've done this morning as well. You've come up into that area. Now, when you draw these lines here, they're not going to give you an exact number. That's really not what it's about. It's not about exactness. You're trying to understand what the market is doing here. And at this stage, the market trying to get back into that upper trend line. Today, so far, an absolute inside day. What do I mean inside? If you take a look at the futures, just simply trading inside yesterday, not even going ahead and testing a high or a low. Yesterday, you at least tested the low of the prior session of Monday's session. I still do expect one more down thrust. Don't know where it's going to come from. Certainly could come from Europe. So I guess maybe I do know where it's going to come from. The question is when. And so I do expect one more down thrust. But, you know, the Russell 2000 has been a weak link out there. And so we'll certainly want to pay attention to the Russell 2000 with regard to that trend line. If we take a look at the Dow, we'll do the same thing. And I'll get rid of the retracement out there. If we take a look at the Dow, same trend line. Now, this case here, when I connect the dots, I'm using the low of June 4th out there. That is the low of 11,985. I'm also using the low of June 6th out there. And June 6th, you know, that was a P-index date that we had, so it was a powerful move. And I think there was something else going on June 6th. That might have been one of the lunar phases that is out there, Moon conjunct Pluto, I believe. I can't recall if that was June 4th or June 6th now off the top of my head. Doesn't really matter. I'm talking about trend lines to you. So stay on course, Steve. Okay, so we're taking a look at the trend lines. What did the Dow futures do yesterday? They try to get right up into that same trend line. Today, what you've got is an inside day. The high of the Dow futures yesterday, 12,507. So far in the trading session today, 12,503. So you're having an inside day there, not giving you any signals, at least on the daily chart. Let's go take a look at the ES Mini, our S&P futures contract. Now, the S&P futures contract, what is that showing you, folks? If you take a look at this, I'll get rid of some of the lines out here, some of the retracement lines. We can always redraw that in there. But if you're going to take a look at this, and you can certainly see this trend line out here, what would that tell you? would that tell you that the S&P is stronger or weaker than the Russell 2000? Stronger or weaker than the Dow? You got 500 stocks here versus 30 stocks in the Dow. This would absolutely tell you that based on those trend lines, this is weaker, right? So if you were looking for an area to be able to go short, and I'm not saying to do that. I'm absolutely not saying to do that. Not now. It's you've missed out on that opportunity. But you can see where there is some weakness. Well, why does that help you? Well, why would that help you? If you were going to get a market bounce, would you want to play the weak player or the strong player out there, folks? Let's finish this off here. I've got about 7 seconds to do that. Maybe I can just use a few more. And we're going to take a look at the Dow, not the Dow, the NASDAQ futures out there. Take a look at the NASDAQ futures. NASDAQ futures actually showing a little bit of weakness, just like the S&P 500. When we take a look at that trend line, folks. 877-927-6648. Would absolutely love to hear from you. Give me a call, folks.
Kate Stalter's exciting newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, has just launched, and now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial. Every Wednesday afternoon, Kate sends out her weekly newsletter to her subscribers where she focuses on small cap stocks with market caps under $2 billion, as well as low-priced equities with share prices ranging from $5 to $12. Kate tracks a variety of stocks with a combination of strong technical support and solid fundamentals. Many of the stocks featured will be recent IPOs. These newer issues are often some of the biggest price gainers in the market and provide an excellent opportunity for substantial gains if timed correctly. You can catch Kate Stalter live on Tiger TV with her small cap roundup every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and visit TFNN.com right now to get your 2-week free trial to her brand new newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, while locking in the low introductory monthly rate of only $37.50 per month, almost a 50% discount. Act now. With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you gain access to each host charts and computer screen as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Ken Shreve, Kate Stalter, Dave White, Larry Pesavento, or Victor Jones, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV yet, then visit TFNN.com today to see what you're missing.
Stock market corrections are the #1 reason that a buy and hold investment strategy produces the poorest results, and I have 73 years of data that proves it. Now, the good thing about economic difficult times is that the worst economy can produce the best rewards in the shortest period of time. In fact, during the last 130 years, 61% of that time period has been spent in recession. And if you're one of the 70% of American households relying on their 401ks and IRAs for retirement, you need the single strategy that is bulletproof against the turmoil of our stock markets. Go to the homepage at TFNN.com. Under Breaking News, click on Success is a Numbers Game to receive this must-have free report. This bulletproof strategy may be days away from giving the next signal. Don't neglect your retirement, and don't neglect this signal. If you're even a little bit interested in accumulating wealth, providing a better life for you and your family, then go to TFNN.com to order your free copy of Success is a Numbers Game today. Implement the disciplines contained in this report, and success will be yours for the taking.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to TFNN.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
It's that time of year again, and the Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway is back. Every day in June, Monday through Friday, we'll be giving away a Great Panther Silver 1-ounce silver bar, and all you have to do to enter is visit the front page of TFNN.com and fill out your entry. Great Panther Silver and TFNN wishing you a great start to the summer. Sign up today to have a chance to win a 1-ounce silver bar during the Great Panther Silver Summer Silver giveaway the whole month of June at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. And getting absolutely hammered this morning are the auto parts stocks. You got O'Reilly Automotive. That, folks, closed out the session last night, $96.44. Right now, last trade fired off at $78 even, Steven. $78, folks, in one day is going to take back, let's see, where was the last trading at $78 even, Steven? Right about here. So that's going to take you all the way back. I'm on the weekly chart. I'm on the weekly chart here, okay? So I did put the weekly chart just so we could take a look at some volume. That is going to take you all the way back in one day. As this opens up here, folks, it's going to take you all the way back to December, the first week of December 2011, folks. That's in one day. What's that mean? That means the other auto parts stocks are also getting hammered this morning. You've got the AutoZone AZO closed out at 376 last night. That's trading down at 352. You got Advanced Auto Parts AAP. That's trading out right now at 61.22. They closed out at 65. So those guys are, and it's on some news out there. The news here on O'Reilly, just simply that their Q2 earnings are going to be at the low end of their guidance range. Now, taking off to the upside, you've got Lennar Corp. They closed out at $27.39, came out with earnings there, trading right now at $28.53. Ameren Corp, AMRN, they closed at $13.16. They're popping up to $15.16. Not on any news that it is that I see. Let's go to Kevin in Sterling, Massachusetts. Kevin, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding.
No problem, Steve. How you doing this morning?
I am doing great. How about you? You got the heat wave going on up there?
Not quite yet. It's supposed to start like Friday.
All right.
It's been like warm and then cold, and now it's it's like it can't make up its mind what it wants. But I guess you guys got a lot of rain, right?
Well, we did. I mean, there are some parts that just simply got.
Oh.
I was out at the beach was pretty amazing 2 nights ago. I mean, the water was coming all the way in. They had closed down a number of the connecting roads between the islands and the mainland, if you will, Tampa and Clearwater. And so last night, this morning was the first day we haven't had any kind of wind. So that was kind of nice out there.
Right. Yeah. Speaking of the ocean, I'll give you a quick story, and then I don't want to talk about. But anyways, we were in Mexico for a April vacation.
Yes.
And I tell you, those lifeguards, they get paid more than what they're worth. We were there for the week. The lifeguards saved, was it 4 people or 3 people? I can't remember.
Okay.
Unbelievable. And to watch how, because, you got the riptides, of course.
Absolutely,
right?
yeah.
And they give you these flags where to swim and where not to swim.
Yes.
And of course, people don't follow the signs or don't bother to listen to the lifeguards. And, of course, they get into the part where they're supposed not to swim. And my daughter and myself, we watched this whole thing go down because we were in the area that you could swim.
Yes.
And there was no riptides.
Yes.
Well, no further than 50 yards away was this child or kid that was, say 13, was stuck. And I'm talking literally stuck. He could not move. He was trying to swim in, and he was either going further out. Anyways, the whole thing is just the lifeguard. I talked to him afterwards, and he said, I said, why didn't you jump in right away? He says, if I had to jump in for everybody that got stuck in a riptide, I'd be,
lots of energy.
He has to kind of just wait it out and see it out. He was trying to tell the kid to move over, do everything, but anyway, they weren't really quite there.
The power of water is amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I'm, even 2 nights ago, as it was really, really rough. Out here in the Gulf, it's tourist season. It's a version of tourist season down here, and there were people that were out there in the water, and you talk about, and there were no lifeguards around, so they were putting their life at risk here.
You know, we're good. We're pretty good swimmers, but I still.
Yeah, you know, we're no challenge for a riptide. That's for sure.
Exactly.
You better have your fins on.
But once he decided to go, man, could he move?
Oh, that's great.
Somebody other than the guys on the Olympic team could swim so fast.
Yeah, you got to love people that put their life at risk for us.
Yeah. My question was...
You want to talk about the IDV,
Yeah, I'm basically in cash, or mostly in cash, and I like to... This is a dividend play. It's a European dividend.
Yes. Looks like it's generated about a 5.5% yield or so. Yeah.
And I was just wondering, what do you think it's going to...
I think, if I were just trading this as a stock chart, and if you stay with us, Kevin, as we, go out of this break, as we come into the next one, we'll take a look at this for you. This is, folks, the ticker symbol IDV. It's the iShares Dow Jones International Select Dividend Index Fund. We'll be right back, folks.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when temporary market spikes move against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped, and you have the advantage of keeping your trades open even when the market temporarily spikes against you. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique short-term binary options that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Would you like a personal update from Tom O'Brien as to what equities he's trading and what his daily trading plan is before the market opens each morning? Every market day, Tom O'Brien sends out his daily newsletter, Market Insights, to hundreds of subscribers that rely on his daily recommendations when it comes to navigating these highly volatile markets we're dealing with. As recently as May 21st, Market Insights subscribers closed out all 5 open positions for a combined profit of over 68% in one day. Profits ranged from 6.5% to over 24%, and all of these trades had been initiated within the previous 30 days. Now is the perfect time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's explosive trading newsletter, Market Insights, an $85 value. Tom breaks down the market each morning with his market take and provides trade recommendations, including precise stops and target profit zones, leaving nothing left to guessing. Log on to TFNN.com today and sign up for your 2-week free trial. Make sure you're a subscriber the next time Market Insights subscribers close out multiple winning trades. Take action and sign up for your free trial today. If you're an investor looking for a great weekly investment newsletter, then now is the perfect time to try out Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Every Tuesday, Ken breaks down multiple sectors in his weekly newsletter, Ultimate Growth Stocks, with a full in-depth report including specific trading recommendations within his model portfolio, charts, sector analysis, upcoming economic data, along with intra-week trading updates on newsletter positions whenever the market dictates. Right now, you can receive a full month, that's 30 days, to evaluate Ken's newsletter free of charge to see if it fits your trading plan. At less than $75 per month, Ken provides you with his expert trading advice that can pay for itself in no time. Take advantage of this great offer by signing up for a 30-day free trial to Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks today. Don't let this offer pass you by. Visit the front page of TFNN.com and sign up now. TFNN has just launched our most exciting sale ever. If you purchase any amount of Tiger Dollars before Sunday, June 24th, you'll receive access to 7 live 90-minute webinars hosted by each of our technicians here at TFNN. Not only do you get a 20 to 30% bonus on your purchase as you normally do with Tiger Dollars, but with this one-of-a-kind offer, you get over $1,000 in added value completely free. Each 90-minute live webinar usually sells for $149, and you get all 7 of them absolutely free. Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Ken Shreve, Dave White, and Kate Stalter, you get all 7 classes completely free. Whether you're an experienced trader or you're completely new to the markets, this sale is perfect for all levels of investors. Don't miss out on our best Tiger Dollar sale ever. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today and purchase your Tiger Dollars before June 24. Don't wait and risk missing out on this one-of-a-kind offer. Act now.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
To the races. You got the Dow up 43 points. S&P's up 6. Composite up 11. Russell 2000 up 2. Microsoft up 34 cents. Intel up 14 ticks. Google up $5. Cisco up 9 ticks. Apple up a couple of bucks. Absolutely leading the charge on the way down 20% as we saw at the pre-open. You got O'Reilly Automotive down $18 right now. Right behind it, AutoZone off $17. That's $4.50. Genuine Auto Parts, GPC. You got all the auto parts getting hammered this morning. They're down 6%. Advanced Auto Parts, they're down 6% as well. Let's go back to Kevin in Sterling, Mass. We're taking a look at ticker symbol IDV. And IDV, folks, is the iShares Dow Jones International Select Dividend Index Fund. And, Kevin, you're looking for an entry point in this. Is that...
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay. So if we take a look at it, you know, one of the things that you can certainly see out here is this, as you take a look at it, it has, you know, certainly been in a downtrend. Now, it has been consolidating, really going back all the way to August of 2011. Now, the upper portion of that consolidation range is in the $33 area. The lower part is, you know, not too far off from where it is right now, so I'm sure that's why it is that you're taking a look at it. Right. And the lower part of that being in the 2760 area. Now, what seems to be holding it up here, even though it's not from a volume standpoint, is the October 4th area. So we know October 4th, very key in our markets, very key as a place to be taking a look at anything that it is that you are trading. And that October 4th area has been tested a few times now, back in the early part of June, June 1st, June 4th, and June 5th. And so what I would say the top of that area, which happens to be 2822, would be a spot where you would look. But if I were just trading this just as a stock chart, what you would notice is that June 1st downdraft date where it had 803,000 shares, and the bottom of that has not been tested, 2760. That would ideally be your best bet on this, you know, if you're looking for the best reward to risk. If it starts closing below that, then your stop you'd want to have a stop below the October 4th low, which is 2701. So that, to me, that would be the best place to be able to go ahead and put on a trade on the IDV.
Okay, and if you have another chance, if you can, it's EXC. EX, yeah. So you can hang on here. Let's go take a look at EXC for Kevin in Sterling, Mass. That is Exelon Corp. Exelon Corp is a utility service holding company generating electricity in the United States. That is trading right now out at 36.78. So let's go put the chart up on the screen here. Tell me what it is you're doing while I'm popping the screen up. Well, I called a couple, you and Tom's show, I don't know, a month ago, or no, longer than that. It was a while ago, and you said in around it was going to hit 37 and change, and of course it went below that. So
yes.
So now I'm thinking, is it going to go test that 3407 back? What date is that? That's back in 2010, I think it was.
Yeah. So let me put this on a weekly because this is not looking good.
June 1st, 2010.
Yeah, this is on the daily. Doesn't look very good. Nobody's having a fun time at this party. So let's put this on a weekly chart out here. And on the weekly chart, okay, this thing is actually trading all the way back into 2004. Just to give you an idea, let me refresh this screen here.
Oh, really? Yeah, I didn't go that. I can't go that far.
That's okay. So I just did for you. So basically, yeah. So this is trading into the 2004 area. Everybody who's bought this equity after September 2004 is in a losing position. How do you like that? We're in 2012, huh? Eight. Now this is a stock, folks. This is an equity that ran up to a price point of $92. It's trading at 36 right now. Let me see on a monthly basis just exactly what this thing is doing out here.
It's a pretty good company. I mean, it's a utility. They got a lot of nuclear plants. And They merged with quite a few companies, or they bought out some companies. So right now, that's been with the Japan problem, and that didn't help it.
No, yeah, I see that. Boy, even on the monthly chart here. So I guess how you'd want to trade this, with so many people being in a losing position. I'm going to pop this back to a daily chart. I think what you have to do here, Kevin, is wait really for another sign of strength in this, because the only sign of strength, let's say, as it came off the bottom. So it was making a low. If you go back to June 1st. When it was out there trading at the 36, 34, that was low of the session. You did have a nice little gap up and pop on June 7th with 15 million shares, but it totally got negated the following session. A breakout doesn't give it all back in the next trading session with the same volume. So that was certainly not a breakout. So the way that I would trade this is I would, if you're like you say, it's a good company. Unfortunately, because it's a good company doesn't mean that it's a good stock chart.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the dynamic that is out there. And so, the stock chart has a lot of damage in it. But how I would trade this, because you're watching, is wait for another breakout and make sure that next session, is continued follow through. Even though you'd pay higher price, you would be better off, in my opinion, in taking a look at this specific stock here.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just looking for some dividends, and this again pays a fairly good dividend, so I'm trying to, pick and choose.
No, I get that. I understand that. If you're looking for dividend stocks, you're probably better off choosing something like Verizon. Verizon, you've got about a 5% yield. Just under a 5% yield. And if I put that stock chart up on the screen, this is the kind of stock chart that you're really looking for, because you want one, you want to be investing in stocks where everybody's, number one, if you can invest in a stock where everybody's at the party, that's a nice thing. And certainly Verizon up towards its highs right now, 43.91, not all-time highs, heading up in that range. And so you're trading up in its highs. It's got some nice institutions behind it. There hasn't been any institutional selling, certainly like you're seeing today in the auto parts chain stores out there. So this to me you'd be better off to park your money in Verizon than you would be in the other equity that you just gave me, EXC.
Okay, man.
Okay.
Well, thank you for your opinion, and thank you, Steve.
Hey, my pleasure. Thanks for calling.
Take care. Have a good day.
All righty, you too. Folks, you got the Dow up 30 points right now. Again, let's take a look at what's popping and what is dropping. You got AutoZone in the lead now, not percentage-wise, but dollar-wise on the way down $20 and change. O'Reilly Automotive off $17 and change. Chipotle off $10. So you're getting some hammering done this morning. So we covered the auto parts. Omeros Corp. O-M-E-R. I don't know what they do. Price million public offering of common stock. Okay, so today must be their public, their initial day, their IPO day. Let's go just take a look at this. This is actually trading off O-M-E-R. No, it's not. Okay, so I don't know what the heck. O-M-E-R. I'm not sure why I was getting that information. So this stock is gapping down this morning, down at 11.05. Yeah, I'm not sure. So let's take a look at what else is just popping here, and then we'll go take a look at some stock charts for you. You got Tango, T-A-N-G-O-E. TNGO is the ticker symbol. They're off 7% this morning. You've got LinkedIn trading down 1%. Facebook off 3% this morning. IBM down 0.5%. No big deal there. You've got OGX Petroleum. They're getting hammered. OGXPY. I'm not going to spend any time on it. It's a $3 stock. They are down $1. Pop into the upside. What you've got is Laurel Space, L-O-R-L. They're up 13% this morning. They signed an agreement to sell space systems Looks like $1 billion agreement here. Apple up $4. That's up 0.6%. You got Westport Innovations, WPRT, up 10%. You got the Supernus, probably is how you really say it. They were having a big day yesterday, having another big day today, up another 21%. EQ2 Midstream, up 10% this morning. CF Industries, they're up a nice 1%. AeroVironmental, AVAV, up 7%. Amarin Corp also popping up 11%. And so let's go. If I take a quick peek at the Dow. So inside the Dow 30, you've got 2, 4, 6. You've got 6 stocks in the red. The rest are green. The other 24 in the green. If we take a look at the IBD, and we'll start taking a look at these stock charts out here. O'Reilly Automotive, Chipotle, leading things on the way down, on the way up here. Not really much happening. Coinstar up $1. Cerner Corp, CERN, up 67 cents. And Perigo, PRGC, up 61 cents. So let's go start taking these apart. So speaking of parts, let's go take a look at those auto parts stocks and see exactly what it is they're doing. So we'll start with O'Reilly Automotive having a big distribution day to the downside. When you take a look at the volume yesterday, folks, yesterday this stock does a total of, as soon as I can get it out here, yesterday does a total of 1.1 million shares. We have been trading for 15 minutes. It has done 2.7 million shares to the downside, gapping down to the 1.618, A to B equals CD, trading out. Again, as I said, it was going to open and take back. This is actually going all the way back. I said December of 2011. This actually went all the way back to October 27th of 2011 when you had a little breakout there. And so we will see what the institutions want to continue to do here. This is not a buy, folks. You've got major volume coming out of this equity. When you take a look at the danger on this thing, if you put it on a weekly chart, the weekly chart says that this thing could trade as low, come all the way back to the swing points established in August of 2011. The last time you have any volume on this stock on a weekly basis is at the 57.41 to 60.72. You're at $79 right now. Let's go take a look at its brothers and sisters. So let's go take a look at Advanced Auto Parts. I believe they got a little bit of the kibosh yesterday. And as I recall, we were talking about an ABC down in Advanced Auto Parts out there. So let's go take a look at AAP. As soon as I put it in here. Oh, maybe I already have it up on the screen. There we go. So Advanced Auto Parts, AAP, is the ticker symbol. And so let's go take a look at yesterday. So yesterday they did move down. They gapped down. They closed that gap yesterday. Yesterday they traded down with 2.5 million shares. Now the B point on this had 3.5 million shares. So interesting. So that 3.5 million shares. The low on that was 66.03. Yesterday you tested that area, tested it on lighter volume, 2.5 million shares, closed out at 66.25. So it rejected the... No, it didn't. It got back inside there. Well, today, struggling again. This thing here says it wants lower price, and the lower price on this actually will take you all the way back into the August 2011 time period as well. So those two stocks are moving in tandem. That price point, folks, is in the $49 range, trading at $63 right now. If we take a look at AutoZone, see if I have that up here. So one of the other brothers and sisters inside the, these are good stores. These are good stocks. They've had great moves. That really doesn't matter. When you see distribution taking place, and certainly that's what we have had in the marketplace out here, you have to beware. And so let's, I don't have that up here. Let's put it up. AZO is the ticker symbol. I believe this is the healthier of the stocks out there. Of course, dollar-wise, they were down $20 today. So health is, I guess, a matter of relativity. And when we talk about relativity, AutoZone here gapping down this morning, trading into the last swing point, which is May 23rd. That had 900,000 shares. You gapped down so far this morning, 339,000 shares in the first 18 minutes of trading. Right now, that area is holding. You had a breakout also in that area. That breakout came in on February 28th. That was 900,000 shares out there as well. So you're going to have to watch to see. So this one is the healthier of all three of those. And today, let's see, this thing would have to, I would take a look at the B point, truly on AutoZone, being the May 23rd swing point low of 355.06. So close below that on more than 906,000 shares, sets up an A to B equals CD down. That A to B equals CD down, folks, would take you all the way down to the price point of at least $347, probably more likely $335. That's on the daily chart. Let's go take a look at, flip this one over to a weekly, see what we have going on out here, take a look at any danger out here. The danger is going to be this price point of 355.06. That's the last time you had some volume here on the weekly chart, May 25th, 4.3 million shares. So far, this week you've done 720. So it looks like this may come in light, and it looks like AutoZone has a chance to hold that 355.06, folks. Dow up 25 points right now. S&P's up 4. We'll be right back, folks.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on Chinese stocks, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor, Foresight Fund Services, LLC. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the Rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to TFNN.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now.
Catch Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes as they teach you the art of mastering money when it comes to trading and investing. The Money Masters, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Got the Dow up 34, S&P's up 5, Composite up 8, and just watching some of the I was reading just some of the communication going inside the den. You know, folks, the Colorado marketplace, big marketplace for us, and we need to send them not just white light, but a lot of water out there. The fires, and love to hear from any of the folks that have got some, their feet on the ground, boots on the ground, so to speak. Feel free to give us a call. But I guess the fires are just terrific out there. In Florida, several years ago, I can't recall exactly when, maybe about 10 years ago, it was as if the state here was burning down. We had fires jumping across the expressways, all kinds of winds, and those things went on for quite a while. And I guess the fires are pretty bad in Colorado Springs. Let's just pray here for a little bit of rain, a little bit of relief out there. So you got a lot of firefighters, a lot of people that this is absolutely affecting. Let's go to Rick in Longwood. Rick, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding.
No problem. Thanks for taking my call this morning, Steve.
My pleasure. My pleasure. You wanted to take a look at UDN, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And that's the Power Shares U.S. Dollar Index Trust. Now, this would be playing this as this is a bearish fund. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. So tell me what you want to go. You want to go short King Dollar?
Well, just temporarily now. I'm not Arnold Benedict here. The reason it attracted my attention, of course, because of the beautiful ABC, the 8-point being almost the last day in May.
Now, you're looking at a daily chart out there?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at a 4-month, yes.
Okay, so you're going back to May 3rd? What day, tell me what day you're going back to. May 1st?
Oh, let's see. It'll be 29, 30, 31st, it looks like.
May 31st, okay.
As an A point, and a B point up there about June.
Okay, you're looking on the actual UDN. Okay, go.
Yes,
yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes. And I got a beautiful 0.618 retracement.
Yes, absolutely.
And a nice high volume spike up there for a little bit of strength indication, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. So, okay, so now I don't have I'll put that chart up in a moment, the UDN chart. Now, what you're obviously, the best way to be able to trade this is actually off of the U.S. dollar index, if you can. Okay. And so right now here, what the U.S. done, I've got that up on the screen on TigerTV. And right now, what the U.S. dollar index is doing, you're exactly right. It's made a 0.618 retracement. The U.S. dollar index has done that, just as the UDN has, I'm sure. And in the case of the U.S. dollar index, the high out there was June 1st. Now, the June 1st is the swing point. The low on that in the U.S. dollar index is 82.70. You're trading at 82.81 right now. What you want to see is another rejection of that swing point. You've seen two of them. So you've seen that on Tuesday. You've seen that on Monday. Those areas get rejected on lighter volume. So, it has gotten rejected on lighter volume. But, what you're doing is you're betting that the euro is going to get stronger, because that is the bulk of it. And right now, the euro has not on the daily chart. That also retraced back to that 0.618 area, but it's trading towards the low of its session today. and the the euro could easily pull back into the 0.786 area, and that would say on you again you'd be looking more at the 0.786 area. So watch today, watch the close today. I wouldn't hop into this just yet.
Okay.
But part of the reason is, my expectation is at this stage is that we're going to see one more down thrust in the marketplace. In order for that to happen, you'll see that U.S. dollar index move higher. You might see a move on the U.S. dollar index, and that would be the time to go ahead and play it. Your back would be up against the wall. All right, Rick?
Okay. Oh, thank you, Steve.
You bet. Thanks for calling. You have a great day. Thanks for being here, folks. Stay tuned. I'll be up for another hour. And then we got Basil Chapman from 11 to 12, Larry Pesavento, 12 to 1. Have a great day, folks.